Welcome to warrior class.
When the teachers do that.
And you do too. Give me back. All right. This is warrior class live. It's about to go down. We're here at the Train of God compound, and we're about to get into it. Today is going to be a great day. Special guests are here. A bunch of students and instructors are here already. They can all come to this side and turn this around so you all can see folks. People are coming in. Greetings, Trip Hop Nation.
Hey.
Greetings to Darian. Peace. How y'all doing? 52 Blocks ATL just came in the building. We're about to have a good time. All right. So I'm going to turn this one around. We're going to start adding some more cameras to everything. Are you all hearing me fine? Let me know. Hey, Sugar Booger. No. Hey, greetings. Can you all hear me? That was before. I think they can hear me.
Copy that. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to get into it. Y'all can come on over. Yes. And we can set this one up as we go. All right. We'll be adding some cameras as we go so you all can see more angles of us training. So this is Warrior Class Live, the first live that we've done. Today we're going to start with Belay teaching the class. Then I'll come in and teach the class. We'll answer any questions that you may have. We're ready to get into it. Greetings, I can mobilize online. We'll see you all. Well, I'll see you all in just a second. I'm going to hand everything over to Belay. Thank you.
Peace, everybody. I'm honored for this first 45 minutes to go over some things with you. So what we're going to do, I'm going to be talking about the 15 strikes, what we call 15 strikes. And so 15 strikes is basically, I'm going to show them to you, I'm explaining.
If everybody can come on over to the black part, please.
And then what we'll do is we'll go over the 5 major strikes that most people use, the most common. There's 15, but there's 5 common that we'll go over. And I'm going to show you with the knife, although you can do it with anything. So first of all, so you know, the 15 strikes, they're not our 15 strikes, they're not Barbara's 15 strikes. They're 15 strikes. They're the 15 strikes anybody. It's not just for us. This is it. This is the science. So basically, we have this principle. It's called the wind has one name. So we simplify things in African martial arts. And the way we do that is there's infinite number of attacks. If you focus on that, you'll be trying to go crazy. You'll be going crazy. So what we did is narrow it down and focus on the angles of the attacks and narrowed it down. So right now I'm going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate with practice knife. Here we go. So I'm going to demonstrate the 15 strikes with the practice knife. I'm going to do them once in front of you like this, and then you'll see them sideways. And I'm going to do it without footwork. I'm just going to talk about the angles we're attacking on. So again, 15 strikes. Start from here. I'm left-handed, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be the same way no matter what hand it is. I can pull them in my right hand and still be the same thing. And that goes along with the principle that the 15 strikes is on, which is the wind has one name, meaning that the first angle I'm going to show you to explain it is a number 1 angle. Now, it was named this way. We're not going to go on that, but this is number 1. I'm going straight down like this. Number 1. Now, when I say the wind has one name, that principle means that this is a number one, this angle right here, it's the same number one if I did it right here, if I did it down here, if I'm right here like this and I did like that, it's still a number one.
You know, you still have folks behind you you're teaching too.
You go.
Everybody don't.
You're right. I'm gonna turn around a little bit. But we want to make sure you guys get it first. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that's what we want to do. So from the side, so everybody can see it again. The first angle is going to be one like this. And that's what I was talking about, the principle, the wind has one name, because it's going to be a one if I'm up here, if I'm right here, if I'm down here on my knees, this is still the same angle. It doesn't change. The wind has one name. Okay. So I'm going to go through all 15 first, and then we're going to go back to the 5 major strikes. So again, number 1. So is this good about me doing it like this, facing the camera?
That's fine. Well, face them.
Okay.
And then I've got you there. They can see you. Different ways to do it.
All right. So this you guys see. I'm gonna do the footwork, but you guys pay attention to this right here. Footwork. Okay. So one and another thing you always want to, this is something you just want to remind yourself. Using the tool, you want the tool to be in front of you. You don't want to have the knife. That doesn't make sense to have the meat out here. You want this out here in front of you doing the work. You know what I'm saying? In this particular set. So for 1, it's simply 1. 2. Is that right there? 3. Four. Coming around. 5. Cross. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Okay. When I was quick.
I don't know why this is off here. This was new. Don't go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. All right, we good? Yeah, good. Okay. So, do I need to do it again, Bob? Did they see that? When we get closer.
Well, we can. I'll do it as well, so they can see it from 2 angles.
Okay.
I'm going to be using a real knife.
I'm going to use my real knife.
You could have.
I could have.
So I'm going to be using a real knife.
I didn't know how close they were to me.
And I'll be here. You can face them, and then just show the person the most common 5.
Okay. Am I showing it to the camera, or are you showing it to
You're
the
showing
camera?
it to them. I'm
Okay.
showing it to the camera.
So now I'm showing you the most common 5.
I'm using a real blade, so if it slips out of my hand, I stab somebody. We're gonna go technical difficulties. I'm gonna roll them off the floor, and we'll start over. All right?
All right, so 5 major angles that was attached are going to be, first one is 2.
5 major angles. So remember the mic's behind you, right?
Yep.
So speak a little louder. So the 5 major angles.
5 major is going to be, the first one's going to be 2.
Angle 2, forehand down.
This is the safe position. The next one is 3.
3, backhand down.
From there, 4.
4, horizontal, palm up. 5, horizontal, palm down.
And then last is going to be 8.
Angle 8, thrust. If you were doing that, just let me interject real quick. Y'all know, person's cutting like this. They could be upset, or they know what they're doing. They were shorting some, right? So that's the most common cut. When you see a person who has passed it from a knife attack, they have cuts on their okay? So those are your most common places. If you were holding a knife like this, you can still do those stripes. That diagonal coming down, 2, that's the 3, 4, 5, and then either here or here, those are both 8s. Okay? You coming forward, coming into the person, coming into the person. That straight thrust, that's 8. Keep working.
Still right here.
Yeah, keep working.
Still right here. We still on over here too long.
Huh?
We still on over here.
Yeah, I know. Keep working. That's what I
Okay.
said. Keep working.
So again, where he took off, I'm going to show you those 5 major again. So I'm going to be facing the camera, but you guys can still see my movement. Anybody listening?
How you going on there?
I'm
It's me.
really. I'm okay. No, that's all right. I'll do it with my right hand so you can see. All right. So again, the major angles, we're going to start with 2, right here. Come to safe position. 3,
That's fine.
safe position. 4, safe position. 5, safe position. And then 8, that last one, that stab.
Put it on
Yeah,
there.
which I'm touching on with the down right here. Now, what I tend to do is keep my hand upwards like this when I'm using, when someone has, if I'm going to face a knife attack, because I don't want to be out like this and get this cut. This is the goodness. So I'm going to explain something. Turn around. Yeah. So I'm holding the knife. Now, regularly, I might be like this without the knife. You know what I'm saying? But with the knife, I kind of modify that a little bit. If somebody was coming to me with a knife, I wouldn't have, you wouldn't want to be like that, because this is what you want to protect. And you want to protect this right here if someone has a knife. So that's the reason why when I'm using the knife, I'm thinking of knife attacks as well. So my stance is right here, protecting this vitals. This is my vitals. So I want to keep this right here. That's what I'm saying. Now, another part to this is what I was just talking about, is how you're going to be standing. I talked about it earlier. I want to go back to that. If you got any questions, let me know in there too. But I just want to reiterate, just doing the 15 strikes, but because I'm using a knife, I want to reiterate some of the guidelines you're going to follow when you're using a knife, or any tool you want to have in front of you. And one more thing while I'm at it, just so you can see what I'm talking about. 1 second here. Just to show you what I'm saying for everybody. The strikes are the same, the wind has one name, that principle. So if I wasn't using a knife, say all I had was this golf club right here. Well, a number 1 is still a number 1. It's still gonna come the same way. And that's what's important about training these 15 strikes, because you get used to these angles, you get used to how things are coming at you. And if you deal with all the angles, that if I'm doing, no matter if I'm doing this or if I'm doing that, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So you get used to that. One is the same thing. You do it like this with a knife. You know what I'm saying? If I got a big stick, that number 1 is still a number 1. If I got a billy club, the number 1 is still the number 1. It does not change. That's a 3. It's still the number 2. So all that's the same. So I just wanted to, I want you to be able to see that vision. All right. So we don't have any practice knives.
We do.
Do we have some? Okay.
We've got 3. But like you said, you don't need just a practice knife, because anything applies. So they may have a marker in their pocket. They have a marker. You can use the marker to work the angles. You may have a machete for those at home, or in here, if you got a machete, just, get some distance. You can use the machetes, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Also,
8. Okay.
even if you got a karambit, which I hold it differently than I would hold a regular knife. But what is the number one with this? Well, it's still going to be that right there. Still 1. This is still 2. So y'all see that. Holding the karambit different than a regular knife.
Jamie?
They ain't still gonna be the same. Number 1 is still gonna be.
That's right. I get it.
Hold it different to make that number 1, but number 1 is still 1. 2 is still 2, 3, 4, 5. You see what I'm saying? Everything is still the same, regardless of the 2 that you might be holding. So y'all see that.
All right. If you have a training knife, you have a marker, or what have you, you can take it out. I have a cue with me.
If you don't,
The instructors around here, they have them.
you can take your 2 fingers and go shh.
Yep.
That's right.
That will suck where you're doing. But hey, you're still learning how to do it. Here are 3.
I think I might have some more sheets there.
I have a training one in my car.
Nah, I don't think it's that crucial. Somebody can use my marker. I actually carry this all the time to defend myself with, just in case. Just a marker. I can take it online. This marker is made out of polymer, so you can hit, won't break.
It's called a sharpie.
It's a pocket sharp.
Pocket sharp.
Yeah.
Costs you about
This is a pocket sharp.
They also have those
You
magnum
can
markers.
get these online for, I don't know, $5 or something.
$5, $6. You can also get one of those big magnum sharpies. You can find those.
Yeah, you can get the Sharpie markers, those. So get those, use those.
Since everybody have a practice knife, pretty much everybody. Okay, so tell you what, since everybody has a practice knife, I'm assuming that y'all out there. Y'all got butter knives, anything y'all can grab on? Y'all got some stuff out there? I don't train enough to stick knives. Okay. Hey man, how do you feet and body structure support the movement?
I don't train enough with stick knife, etc. How do your feet and body structure support the movements? How is the grip affected when you meet resistance
That's what I was just about
or
to talk
flesh
about.
or another tool like a stick?
Thank you, and I was just about to talk about that. So let me say, I was waiting to see if everybody had a practice knife first. So since everybody has a practice knife, what we're gonna go over is how to properly hold this tool right here. So I'm gonna show the camera first, and then I'm gonna show you guys. So the first thing you wanna do when you put this in your palm right here, and I'm gonna show you guys at the same time. You can see me right there, and I'll go around. You wanna grab it just like that.
Well, first, you said palm. Do not palm a tool. These are tools. You're the weapon. These are tools. I don't care if it's a firearm, knife, stick. You know how to use a knife. You're doing it like that. I know. I can get that, knock that right out your hands with the tool. I didn't say disarm. We're not disarming. There are some systems that disarm like that. I hate disarm. I know about 100. Hate them. Because you're not disarming me. Just grab my wrist and knocking this out with your forearm. I'll eat your ass up. You gotta be realistic. Okay? That sounds nice in class, but the reality of that, no. It does work well if the weapon's palmed, if the tool is palmed. Take that first line, you put that tool in that first line. You wrap your fingers around it. And that little, most of them have a little projection right there. That's if you want to write, get that little line in your finger right there when you're sticking out that number. So, person, you get that cut off. But this is real nice. If I stab one of y'all because it fly on my hand, I'm so sorry. Believe me, it ain't gonna. It's not gonna do that. I'm not even using my thumb. It's not going to fly out my hand because I'm holding it right.
This is like this. It's not
Okay? Your four fingers are extremely strong. Four fingers holding this tool. And I'm not gripping a death grip either. Stay relaxed. Then you wrap your thumb just for extra grip on that. You really don't need it, but for right now, do that until you get strong enough tendons in here where you don't have to worry about it. And you take your knuckles, aim that at what you're trying to cut. You got to cut. Do not bend your wrist to try to aim your knuckles. Keep that wrist straight, cut through. Okay? B-Lane, they're yours.
We have one more person. Let's practice. Okay.
Now, that's a knife in the sheet. Be very
It's not,
careful.
no, it's just a sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a sheet. I don't know it like that. I was
Hey,
gonna
I'm
give
big.
anybody that. It's not too nice.
Yeah, Wiseman can handle the knife in the sheet.
So everybody pretty much.
I didn't want to say what he said, but yeah, that's what he said.
All right, so we use my line. All right, so we're gonna go over the first angle. George, should I ask this question about this? How does your foot stance? He asked me about that.
It's all in there. Just keep moving.
Okay, so we're gonna go through the major five right now. So not gonna nitpick on your stance at this point, but you want to get into what we would call fighting position. Fighting position for us may be different from fighting position for you.
Now, he's answering your question now. He's talking about fighting position. That's dealing with the position of your feet. I just dealt with the grip. If you're holding it properly, when that metal meets flesh, it'll open it up. But even if you weren't holding it properly, to be honest, a knife that is sharp, my old man said, you don't do something. Even if I accidentally and touched him with that knife, it's gonna open it.
Anybody ever been cut by that before? Or mistake, cut yourself in the kitchen, anything like that? Did it happen kind of fast?
Yeah.
You didn't feel it for a minute?
And you weren't holding that knife right.
That was not bad. That had no bad intentions, no ill.
Exactly.
So you want to think about that when you handle it. So again, since I am talking about and dealing with the knife, I want to talk about what you have to do on your own, because we're not going to deal with that today, is deployment. Because before it gets here, it had to be somewhere. So how did it get out here? So that's what you're going to have to work on, and you're going to have to work on, is getting this thing out in fighting position. Whatever fighting position is for you, we're not going to get on that too hard. But one thing we will say, it needs to be in front of you to talk about it. So this is, I don't care how you stand, I do care, I care. Just with your fight position, you just don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, don't let it be like this, holding a knife like this. If that's how you stand and you got to, then do that. But leave have it in front and be ready. But whatever fight position you got, just make sure it's in front.
I'll tell you, also, as you see me taking the tool out, I'm not looking down when you talk about deployment. That means having the tool out and ready. That means you train. I'm not going like this. When I put it back, I'm looking. But when I take it out, I'm not looking. You have to know how to deploy this tool and have it correctly. My thumb, I have it like this on purpose to show you I'm holding it with my fingers, not in my palm. You have to know how to deploy, because that's the most important part of having any tool. It's having it out and ready. If I have a pistol, it has to be out and ready, because I'm looking through my purse. Hold on, guy trying to kill me. Let me go through this purse. I don't have a purse, but let me go through my backpack. That knife means nothing. That pistol means nothing. If you have a pistol, have a holster. If you don't have a holster and you got it in your bag, it means nothing unless that person really is just gonna wait. Go ahead, pull it out here. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice pistol you have. Nobody's gonna do that. You'll either be shot already, stabbed up. He posted a video of these guys about to rob this dude. Well, not rob him, prank him. He said, "Can I get a light?" The guy gives him a light. He lights a cigarette, but he's acting like he don't light it. He throws the fire in the air some kind of way, and there's a clown right there.
The clown disappears.
Right, it appears, it's some magic trick, and the dude has a pistol who they did that to. You don't know these cats, but he's on it. It took him about 10 seconds to get his pistol out. I said, thank God thank God for those dudes that he didn't know deployment. Because had they done that to me, I'd have been out, boom, boom, hit them both, it'd have been up, and I'd have been out of there.
On that, since I am speaking on, we are teaching on the knife, you need to know that why this is so important, because this is what we call the great equalizer, which means, this is keying within the distance from me to any of y'all. Right now, if any of y'all had a firearm on your side, and I got this on my side, I can run and get you and pull this knife out and stab you before you can get your gun out and get. If you're professional and trained, you make this shot off and get it. The knife gonna hit you.
That's been tried.
And tested on YouTube.
Look up the 21-foot rule. From 21 feet. This isn't 21 feet.
We've done it in the classroom ourselves.
Yes.
And we've also we did it with the knives, and it's even shorter distance. If I got a knife and you got a knife, and I pull and run on you, and you
15 feet.
That's 15 feet, even shorter distance. And another aspect of that is the fact that what Bob say all the time, that you're going to do more to escape pain than you will to gain pleasure. And if I pull this knife and start coming at you, your mind is going to start thinking about the pain that's coming when this thing goes in. And that's going to affect the time that you're going to take. And I don't care who you are, that's just how it works. Okay? So that's another reason why this is important to teach, to know, to have, to hold, to cherish. So we're going to start with the number one angle.
Let me say this so they're not just level. Well, damn, somebody pull a knife, I got a gun, I'm screwed anyway. You have to hit the ground. Anybody who's in my SKG class, I had to hit the ground and shoot him from there. If he was coming at me with that knife right now, if I tried to pull my pistol out, he got that knife out, I'm cut. If he really runs that, I'm cut. And I'm good. But we're not working that today. Maybe the next live we will work that, but I don't allow myself to be filmed with firearms. So it'll be kind of difficult. You have to teach that class too. I don't allow myself to be on camera with firearms. There's only one place where you can find me on camera taking pictures taken of me with firearm, and that's in the book, Stick Knife Gun, that I wrote. You ain't gonna catch me on video with no gun. Because when they come for me, they gotta come better than that. Knocking on the door saying I got a, arsenal, or I threatened somebody with a gun, something like that. If I use my pistol, I'm not threatening you. I'm making you a promise. Okay? So you ain't gonna catch me on thing. Yeah, baby, with money and a gun. That's foolishness. And I'm too old to be doing that stupid shit.
I haven't seen nobody that's affiliated with social media or anything with.
We went shooting. My son, who's 18 now, was I think 16, and I said he got the camera. I said, you were there. Put that camera up. You didn't take no picture of none of us with no guns, man. We had about 100 firearms out there. You're not getting that picture like that. And they'll say, Balagoon, and all of them were mine. Balagoon has an arsenal, so-and-so, and now I'm going to jail, to prison as a black identity extremist. You got to come better than that. They got to be smarter than that to get me. Don't make it easy. So he's like, Dad, just to show this, you want to show your friends that. But no, we your friends, we your family. Don't put us out like that. Okay? So, and for you, don't put yourself out there with no guns. I was on a panel with a well-known dude. Me and Kalanja on a panel with this dude, and I said that same thing. He goes, gets his gun. I likes my guns. I likes my gun. Hold it like that. That's a symbol for something that he lacking in. I likes my guns. I love my guns. He's supposed to be intelligent. I love my guns. Y'all see me with my gun. I don't care if he's watching right now. You know that was a dumbass move. Okay? And he's on a panel with the two of us, so by association, so I had to look at what that mother's on. You know what I mean? Don't get yourself caught up on camera like that. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, so we're gonna give yourself a little bit of space. We're gonna work on 1 through 5. All right, be quick with yourself.
Give yourself some room.
All right. So rule number 1, remember whatever your fighting position is, if you're in, if you're looking at you, you know how we want to be. So just make sure it's in front of you. All right. Just make sure that this hand, your opposite hand, isn't displaying anything you don't want to really display, meaning this part, the inside of your hand. So you want to keep that to yourself. You don't want to touch it. You don't want it right here. If you get it pinned, that's an egg. If you're not using a knife, you don't want to keep this right here on your body. So it'll get pinned right there without it. So have it here, and not pinned, touching your body, all right? So we're going to go through it together. So, first one is the 2 strike, right here. And remember, we exaggerated to learn the angles for the camera and for you guys to see. You may come back and watch this. The combative number 2, this is the same angle, but combatively, the same angle will be done shorter. It will be like that. Y'all get that? Because you ain't gonna be out and nice, but you ain't gonna be doing all that.
So you want to hit this. If this has a knife in it, gun, whatever, boom, I want to hit that first. I want to damage that more than even making him bleed out, because he'll bleed out. He got seconds. Well, actually, that's about a minute before he dies. If I hit his femoral artery, about 45 seconds.
Is it also possible?
But he can still stab me and shoot.
Is it also possible if you go for a stab, because the body sucks that in?
No, now that is a myth. When you stab it, your body sucks it and you can't pull it out. This is very sharp. I stick this in your gut, your body can be sucking that doggone like a prostitute from the Chi-Town West Side. I slide that dead about you. But the reason why you twist, so you do damage in, you do damage out. It's not, that's a myth about your muscles. Your muscles that strong, you're a superhero. I'll snatch that right up out you and open you up, and your intestines is spilling. Even you're a superhero, you got super intestines hitting the ground. So no, it's not gonna suck and hold it, stab the person in the neck, and the muscles just suck. You can't pull it out, they walking around with some strong muscles in their neck with the knife sticking out. It doesn't work like that, no. You don't have to worry about that. This is made to go in and out. That's why in prison, grab the person, push them, hit, right? The sewing machine. You're hitting multiple times. Ain't no muscle sucking that. You're just tearing their ass up. But I know a dude who was hit 30 times with a fork. Fork has 4 prongs. That's 120 holes. He still lived from that. If I stab you 120 times in a vascular area, you're out of here. You're going to be leaving so bad, I mean, you know. Here, you may not, but if I stab you 120 times in your hand, you're not still punching me or stabbing me. Y'all understand? And if I hit you here, it can be vascular and structural. I hit you in the thumb area, the artery here will leak. Or I hit you in your wrist right there, the artery will leak, and I get struck again.
The reason why you don't want to be like this.
Right. That. Right.
The worst way.
There's an art. Don't mute that one. Mute that one over there for me.
I already got this one going.
Okay, so here, there's an art that has their hands like this. Like this. I'm not. Like that. I have access to all those goodies. Do not think you're going to fight me like this, and I'm not going to take advantage of that. If it's there, got me? I mean, I knocked him cold out. If it's there, he gave it to me. It was there. I had to use it. I had to break his jaw. Because he said, break my jaw. He said, you couldn't have set you up. Oh, I had other things ready too. This here, I got to use it. Now, he has a knife in his hand, stick your chin forward, and he got a knife in his hand at the same time. I don't common sense prevails over all. Right? Yeah, I said that. I cut that because his chin out, then I'm going to cut him in the face. Because it was there. Okay? Go ahead and work. You say, man, this is cruel. This ain't Uncle Devin's child show. This is for y'all. That's why I said, you know, children can be here, 13 or older, unless you want to mind. That's my daughter over there. She's so tall, y'all probably thought she was 16, 17 or something. She's 12 years old. But mine don't work that way. If you want yours to learn that way, you bring it to me, you know, as long as they take it. I give it to them too. We're going to give it to them. But they come in here crying because they see a knife. You had that before. Well, they're not ready. We ain't trying to traumatize nobody. If y'all back there crying, I'm going to make fun of you. You're grown and you're responsible for people about here, and you're able to put it on the floor. I'm not going to do it now because I'm not trying to embarrass nobody. Because I know that at least a third of this class does not have a tool on them right now. I wouldn't ask you to throw a firearm, like I said, I'm not going to show my firearm. But if I say, pull out a knife, next time I see you, pull out a knife and put it on the floor, you're supposed to do that. Your life depends on it. Everybody understand?
$2 at Walmart. I wouldn't suggest using that for your life. It's worth more than $2. But if you don't have one, nothing, and you leave here and you pass a Walmart, I suggest. Okay, something I just seen that I want to speak on, and that's the inverted grip, too, real quick. You wanna cover that? This is a way you can hold the knife and a way you can use it this way. This is not the optimal way. When we use the knife like this is for more of a trapping, hooking thing. going for control.
This is not adding distance to that strike, except a hammer. Okay, just so you know, because people will tell you that it's an alternate. Also, when you hold the tool, hold it in your front hand. That damn lie. I was in the military. In the army for years. In the military is good at killing. You all don't know that. You ain't lived long enough. If I'm here, past his shoulder. Let's have this forward. It's fine if you're gonna fight like this on the street with somebody just using their hand. I never she come at me. This little woman come at me violently. I present my strong side. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Y'all got me? I do not discriminate. I don't discriminate based on gender, race, age, none of that. Because people have seen me at my age, they don't care that I'm 53. They call me and say, Baba, such and such happened. Can you help me defend myself? I said, I'm 53 years old. They ain't trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear nothing from you. I don't put my hands on no sister unless I'm protecting my life. I don't put my hand on no elder unless I'm protecting my life. I don't put my hands on no white man, black man, Chinese man unless I'm protecting my life. And then when I'm doing that, I don't care your race, you get your business. Just as well, that's the one time I give a white man all I can give. It's the one time. Go ahead and work it.
All right. So, fighting positions. Everybody remember how to properly hold this tool. Because you probably, some of you see, some of you kind of forgot. Just remember, you want to have it. Yeah. Like that. Everybody. So, some new people came in since we showed how to grip this. So I'm just gonna go over it real quick. Places in your hand right here. You can grip it like this. These knuckles are facing forward along with that leg. That's how you want to move. This is where it's not gonna fall out. Everybody got that? All right. So in your fight position with the knife in front of you, you're gonna do the 5 major again. We're gonna go through it. So the first one is number 2, actually. So number 2, which is this right there. You don't want to go way over your head. Just add right there. Number 3, across the other way. Right? This is your safe position for that. When you come across, just bring it around like this. The blade is this one. Blade facing outward like this.
We're talking about on number what?
When I come back to the number 3, safe space, blade more up.
On the number 3, you hold it like you're holding a baseball bat.
Cut down. Okay. I was right. So from 3 from that same position, number 4. Like that same position, then it's going to be across outward. That blade is facing, protecting your arm right there, as you want to say it, but it's right there, active. It goes not touching, not resting right there.
Backside. You have a double-sided blade, do not touch your arm at all. I don't touch my arm, period. I don't know what kind of tool I'm going to have.
Come across 5. Back like a base. And from there, we're going to. So, when we were at 5 right there, this foot was in front, which is not the foot that we want to be in front. You get ready to thrust. So just remember that combatively, you don't want to do, so you want to switch feet moving forward.
That's just how it happened. But optimally, you want to have that foot forward. But if all you got is my back foot, or a person only has one foot, or a person's in a wheelchair, is there a chair here? That. Now, when you have a wheelchair, just so you know, anybody that's in a wheelchair, if you punch, hit anything, it's going to move you. So you can either control the other wheel and hit, you can move that. So I'm sitting in the chair, I can move this side back, that brings this side forward, and it's the same as if I'm stepping forward. Just so you know. All right. My wife, and there's a sister, Kim Brown, she has a show, Burn It Down with Kim Brown. They were the inspiration to me to write the book, A Lot Like Shade, which is it's a book for differently able people. So I really had to put my research in and actually put myself in chairs, blindfold myself so I'm moving blind so I can learn what it is I need to know, and it's still got to learn. If you all want to know more things about our people with disabilities, because we have revolutionaries, warriors who are differently able to. I believe Crip Hop Nation is on here still. Y'all can contact Crip Hop Nation. He knows all about that. When it's Crip Hop, it's not talking about Crip. Crip Hop. It's talking about people with disabilities. So-called disabilities, I say differently able. Y'all understand? Don't just walk by those folks and say they have no value in the struggle. Just like us. Okay?
So, we know how to equip the weapon. We know that it needs to be in front of us. Everybody know they need to have at least 1 or 2 of these. You know you're going to have to practice deployment on your own. And deployment means having the tool out, ready, and in front of you in fighting position. So you don't want to just practice You need some, because he was the newest person, he just came. Yeah. So would you mind, or so you feel like you're a little rusty? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. No, you're moving pretty good. You look good. I like your honesty. I like your honesty. But I can pay you some attention, though, that I know what's going on. Okay. So we're going to go over it again. If anybody has any first time I took a real life.
Just so you all know, the sound goes out because the connection here is never done that before. What's the day? So you don't hear the sound, you still see us. We're getting it back on as quickly as possible. We're looking at two angles now that you can look at. One, white cam, it doesn't have sound, so we'll get that. That's right.
I'm saying the angles by his name, so I'm not gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4.
I believe y'all can hear us now.
4, 5, 8. Got that? Everybody? All right. So
Got you.
1.
Okay.
All right. Fight position. And 2. Come back around. Come all the way back around. Bring that thing up here. Look at you. Yes, sir. And don't get your hand kicked right here either. Nobody get that hand kicked on anybody.
Try to have your chest square, your shoulders square, not so much back. For a couple reasons, but if you have it back, if somebody stabs you in here, it hits, especially with that, like my machete over there, it hits your lung, it hits your heart, it hits your lung. Yeah, I stab you here, it hits your lung. You can still breathe with one lung, but if I hit your lung and your heart, that's a whole list of problems. Even if I don't get to the other lung. Okay, so square that off. That also equals your power in here. If I'm here, it's not. This hand is so far back. Really, it's really out the game. Keep it as square as possible, if you can. I always say if you can, because we take into account people's physical abilities. Okay.
And it is another thing. Well, we don't want to get in fighting position. I won't get on you too much, but being squared, like he said, if you were on the street and you sideways like this, and somebody shot at you, you might get to be right here and get shot in the arm is one thing, but come right here and get shot in the arm with a 45 or something, it goes straight through heart, lung.
Full metal jacket, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you can give yourself a period before you really want one on your sentence just by standing sideways out there.
That's another thing. TV makes it. It's just a through and through. You hear that? It's just a through and through.
Well, I still move my arm and move.
Man, it's just a through and through. And then, you're running with your partners. This arm hurting a little bit. If I shoot you, just a through and through here with my .308 Winchester, it's going just through, and just through. So you're right. It's just a through and through. You know, both lungs, your heart, both your arms. Then you just through. Exactly. It's just a through and through my leg, through the femoral artery, and out that leg. Come on.
I was about to do the next person's leg.
Probably TV is TV, y'all.
So exactly, fighting positions. A couple things you want to do: forward, chest forward, weapon in front of you, goodies concealed. So that's a couple things you want to make sure you're doing. No matter how you want to do it, tall, how you want to do it. All right. So let's start again. And 2, same position. All right. And 3, baseball shoe. And 4, horizontal. Bring it up. That's your horizontal. Bring it up. And 5, bring it up like a baseball swing. And from there is the stack. Good. Let's do that one more time. We're gonna go all the way through that again. All right?
With the stab, is there a particular body part you should be in?
Yeah. Good question. So, with any of these, we talked about it earlier, some people do, we deal with the, first we ask the question. With that stab right there, what do we want to be doing? Well, I'll go back to what Bob said. we don't want to do a few different things. We want to take the delivery system that's first. You know what I'm saying? So if you can take that. I mean, it's not optimal as a, it's not optimal as a cut. You should stab that. You go for definitely, you got your kidney, you got your liver, you got so you do vital organs. You know, you stab it, you do that. Might just to the neck. This stab right here is a stab. This is a stab up here to the neck. This is still a stab. Okay, I'm getting a stab or something like that. It's still the same thing. That's the principle to win that one day. That's what we were just talking about. We're going to end this. I'm about to take over, but in case you guys didn't hear that, the 8 where you're stabbing at, you want to do vital organs because that's what the stab usually is. But of course, the delivery system is keen to wherever that goes at, it's going to do something. Up here is going to do something, down here is going to do something, you know, it's all going to do something. But you just want to remember that it's the same no matter if it's high, low, low. So those are the 5 major, again, practice these at home. There are 15 actual strikes and 16 punches. So 15 major strikes. You can go back and look at these, you can practice these, and again, any tool is still the same thing. It's still the same strikes, whether you're using your hand, your body, whatever it is. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you out there taking the time out listening to me. I'm gonna let the master take over.
All right, excellent. Excellent, excellent. You know, belay is belay. You did well. You know. For those who don't know me, I'm Balogun Ojitade. Get yourself some water if you have it.
If I gave you something, and you know again with me, you get back. I think I have a black training knife.
Right. Yeah, training knife and stuff, please give them back, please.
We're gonna take a minute. We're gonna get to the next section class. Thank you. Thank you.
Where's it? If you have a Quran, put it down here for me. This was ugly. I would need somebody like Uncle Son to make it pretty. But right now, it's just ugly.
You want mine too, Bobby? You want mine?
No, that's good.
Who else wants to get in?
All right. Get yourself some water or whatnot. We're about to get into it. All right, you're about to put in a lot of work. If you have your hammer, get your hammer. We're about to be John Henry up in this mug. But with a claw hammer, don't get a big sled hammer. Not yet. We're about to get to it. But yes, you can. Let's give it 30 seconds. And we will get into it. They must have 9 down the side.
Do they move forward or they just move?
No, so I'm gonna write it, that the whole thing is dab to try to annoy or get distance. And then I try to knock you out. And boxing. All the way across, we're trying to destroy you quickly, so I don't have time to set up distance. They're constantly doing so. They do like we do with their hips, and they're constantly moving. They're masters of distance and everything, but they just do that strong hand thing. Because that's because the hands are not conditioned. The whole concern, so any sport, it's limited within its parameters. So boxing, their money makers their hand. They can't break their hand. Whereas our money maker is our life. So shit, if I break my hand and this is defending myself with, I actually do broke my hand with baseball. I still use that hand. Boom! It was hurting. He went down to the ground, I'm on the ground, still hitting him. This way, that destroyed really for about a year. Boxing can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I hope they was. And this is happening my hand. Hit him that broke hand. He was like, went down, that's all I did. All right, back at it. Let's circle up, circle close so you can hear me at first. When we're dealing with melee tools, so you got different tools. You got melee, don't grab the hammer yet, not yet. That was good, though. That's a circle. I like that. Now, and there's right there, they don't pick them up. That's good. That shows you. Yeah. That's the leader right there. Now, and that's a test that we do all the time. So, when you're dealing with melee tools, that's tools that are hand-to-hand tools. You got range tools. They lost us on this side of sound. We got, I need sound over here. We got range tools. Let me just wait. Pistols, rifles, shot, sling, thrown stone and sand, those are range. Then we have melee tools, which are here. Tools that I use hand to hand. Okay. You don't have to do push-ups right now, that's fine. So now, in melee tools, you have tools that are used for slashing. Y'all saw the knife earlier. That's a sword. People say machete. A machete is nothing but a short sword, just so you know. So you have tools that are used for slashing. Okay? You have tools that they lacerate, right? You have tools that are used for thrusting. They have a point, not a tip, a point. If I use this, that has a tip, but no point. It doesn't puncture. So if it has a tip, it's used for puncturing. Okay? Like some knives do not have that. Some machetes are square at the end. But this one is made for puncturing as well and lacerating. Okay? You have tools like this hammer, like these knuckles. You have tools that are for blunt impact. These are used against hard targets. Boom. You can't do that much. I use against hard target, it breaks. Boom. Okay. The slashing tools and thrusting tools for sure mainly used against soft targets. Y'all got it? The muscle This is blunt force trauma. It's impact tool, and it's also for control. It could possibly puncture with this end. Okay. You watch the Raid 2, you had the hammer girl, and she just hammer cutting through people like this is a knife. It doesn't work quite like that. You just cut through, she hit a guy in the back, she unzipped his spine, he just opened up. This does not do that. If I hit you in your chest, normally, you'll see in a minute, I hit you behind the collarbone, and I can drag you forward. If I hit you here, I can drag that arm out the way, boom, then hit you. But it's not designed to hit him in his spine, cut in there, and then I unzip his flesh. It's not.
What if we sharpened it?
What?
If we sharpened it?
If you sharpened it, you could, but you would no longer be able to use this tool the way it should be used, which is this way. Because you don't know how to use this thing properly. If you're a carpenter, and this is what you got, and you got to clean yourself, use it. Just know to use wide swings, because if you don't, you bring it back, they can't stick it. If you sharpen it, well, it's going to bother. Okay? So I wouldn't sharpen it, because it can still do damage without being sharpened. You're about to see that in a minute. Okay? So those are the melee tools, and you also have flexible tools. Like my belt, if I took it off, I can wrap that around my hand. I can use the buckle to smack you around it. I can take a sock, put pennies in it, or a lock, which I had to do in the military. Some white boys were going to kill me being too much of my black self. Even though I was in the enemy's territory, I'm thinking I could just be my black self all the time. They wanted me dead. And so I would sleep. I would go to bed about 2 in the morning, back there at 4:30, but I couldn't be caught. Sleep. And I have the, under my pillow, sock with a lock in it. You can use that. You can take bandana, do-rag, put it through, combination lock, where it goes over, you can use that. That's flexible tool. Okay? Got to be careful. Flexible tools, they bounce back, you can get hit. So I didn't bring any today. I don't want nobody getting too comfortable with that. We're about to work on the hammer. Like the knife, the hammer is ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means it can be found everywhere. A knife, you got it in the kitchen. You might have it in your glove compartment. Not thinking of it as a tool to defend yourself, it's just a tool. In the kitchen, it's used for cutting. People say, well, kitchen knife, can that work? A kitchen knife cuts meat. This is meat. Yes, it works. You watch one of our episodes, one Knife to Meet You. We are cutting meat. We got meat on this human-looking bag called Bob, right? His name is Cody Whiteman, our Bob. And we're cutting different parts of his body that we have take meat to. It shows you how that knife can cut. The other ubiquitous tool is the hammer. Now, everybody got a hammer. If you don't have one at home, you'll have one today. If you got any sense, you'll have a hammer today at home. The hammer. You carry around like that. I can walk into the QT, yeah, quick trip. Tell them I'm not coming now. You can like a quick trip. I can walk in with this hammer right here, and just think I'm some old working dude. They're not going to stop. If I walk in with that machete on my side, you're fighting about police. Okay? This you can walk around pretty much anywhere. Put a little paint on it, you really like you're just somebody working. You carry this around. You might even get away with some places carrying it around in your hand. It's got some paint, a little paint right here, and like you just doing some work. Why you working with paint? With the hammer? I don't know, but it works. Okay.
It's your tool belt. You go ahead and put your clips in the back there.
And if you got a tool belt, you can have all of it on you.
When I walked in, the man asked me who I was going to get with it. I had it in my hand.
What, your hammer?
He was like, who you finna hit with the hammer? I was like, oh, nobody.
But see, that's the beauty is you're a woman too. So you say nobody. If I walk in and somebody says, who you gonna hit with it? I say, oh, nobody. Okay. So, some places don't walk in like this.
That was a conversation starter.
He still watched me. Dog.
But now, I was walking down the street, also a walking cane.
What they doing up there?
So anybody have a walking cane here? I doubt it. But a walking cane, if you look at it shaped like this, you can use it the same way you use this. You hold it short, right? You can use it like this. So this is a 16-ounce hammer. 16-ounce hammer is common weight of a hammer. You can find 24 ounces or bigger, but those are less wieldy. When you grab the hammer, once again, you hold it in that line, like you hold a knife. Have a little space there, or a lot of space there that's just too heavy for you. Okay? This area, yes, it's called the pommel. This is a stubby hammer. I'll be showing you how to use both. This little hammer here, now this is good. This can go in some pockets. It's easy to conceal. This will go in my back pocket. Nobody would know, okay? That's the stubby. Now, to use this, come on over, be late. And then after this, you're going to grab them. If you want the stubby, leave one stubby so I can show you how to do it. So, the first thing you're going to do, get a training knife. And a training knife down here.
Booming, it's almost like that, right?
Okay.
What's wrong?
We got you.
Now, watch out for that lady there. We worked on the 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. We'll defend ourselves against that. So the first way of holding this is the common way, knocking the hammer in the nail. He goes for the 2. Now normally I'll show you what I would do, and then I'll show you what you're going to do today because I don't want to push the footwork on you today. He comes with a 2 at my neck. I would come back, boom, crack him in his hand with that. But right now, he comes with a 2. Always meet the flesh with metal before meat. Y'all got me? So don't do this and then this. No. When he's swinging, you're swinging at that same angle. However, when he swings, do not aim to try to hit with this. Unless you've been training with it for a while. You've been practicing how you can work on your accuracy. Just swing it. Because this whole thing is going to do more than something. It's going to do damage. So, he swings, I swing. Boom! I hit him with the stick instead of this part. Now, I told you, if there's a curve, you can see that curve is for control. This is also a curve. I hit him, boom. I move that out the way, boom. I hit that arm again. That's all we're going to work on for right now. Once again, he hits, I turn towards that, boom, hit. I move it out, boom, and I hit it again. This time, do not slam that on somebody's arm because their practice time is about to be done. Just touch with it, touch with it.
You move that out while you move it towards me.
Yes, I'm moving it towards you. He cuts. You meet. When you meet, don't meet that hard. Just tap him right now. We're training. We ain't trying to kill each other. Move it out towards him. Don't do this. Because I can cut myself if that's a longer tool. It's out. Push that away from you towards him. take it off, boom. For those that's been there for a minute, when you take it off, you smack him, boom, with that bone, then come down here. Just be very careful in your training, right? So that's the striking surface. That's the striking surface. That's the striking surface, the side of it. The shaft is the striking surface as well. The pommel is the striking surface. It's a great impact tool, and it's also, once again, good for, and you can strike this way too. It's good for controls. If you hold it this way, same thing. He strikes, I strike. I move it off. Boom, then I hit. Okay? So, if you have a stubby, short, but you can still, he comes, I come, boom, I hit. Now that's going to definitely hit him with that short part, boom. I move it, boom. I can still smack him with it if I want it. I hit him with that end. Or if I'm holding it this way, he comes, boom, I hit. Now that is bad. And I drag that towards him, be real careful on that side. And then, boom, it is less control, but boy, when you jam it in the flesh, it's not less control. It looks like it's less control, but if I actually stuck that in him, I'm sticking in him now, just 2 inches, so you can see. No. And then, so you move it off, and then boom, hit. Okay? Train with this side first. I don't want no mistakes to happen. I don't want to hear nobody screaming, no! And if you're working with my baby over there, get off the pole. Y'all be real careful.
It's called a response.
That's my baby, no. That's my baby over there.
It's overcoming.
He like, she hit me hard. I'm hit her hard. Then I'm gonna hit him hard.
You get nobody the stubby. You keep the stubby, please. Don't give nobody that. Please.
No, I got trust. No, the only people I want to use the stubby is those that's been training for a
That's
minute.
all.
Okay? But if you say, I got a stubby at home, then hold this like a stubby. Just like that. We got a solution for it all. Okay? So grab your hammer.
But does it make a difference, or do you have a preference for what they hit?
No, I do not have a preference. This is the first grip. I'll show you why some things are better than others with certain grips.
Do you want to pair it up with somebody with a practice knife to make it, give them that?
No, because if so, say that if he's don't swing at me hard. So he swings at me, I swing at him. It doesn't have to be a knife. Right? Okay? Try to bring it up on me. Look at it. Okay. All right. So everybody got a hammer.
Anybody need a hammer?
Anybody need a hammer? No. This is stubby, so no, not too small. All right.
I'm sorry. First, can I even check to see what I reflexes?
So with this, your partner is going to swing when you're swinging this, by the way. And let's take a couple of practice swings. The angle 2 and the angle 3. Do not come back close to your body. If that hits you, it's going to hurt. You bring it out here. Everybody understand? Okay. Ready? 2, 3. Let me go back to the safe position. 2, safe position, just like the knife. 3. 2, 3. Step forward. 2. Step with me. 3. Good. Go back. 2, 3. So they can see here. You can go. 2, 3. Good. 4, 5. Back. Now 8. You can either hit on the vertical, which normally we do, or you can hit on the horizontal. You're hitting with this top bar. Smashing, get into their throat. You say, well, you said soft target, hard target. The throat, not the neck. You good at the neck too. That would be stunning. But this would be devastating to the throat. Bridge in the nose, above the lip. He said you can take that. So he's saying he want me to try it. So you grab the person, boom! You give it to him. I wasn't going to hit you.
I couldn't take that.
Above the lip.
Pressure right now.
Here to the throat, like I said, hip well. Boom, that's one of my favorite places to hit. I'm going to hit the hip well like that. And bend him. And when he bends, I smash it up to his face. You know, you don't do yourself, at least have fun if you can bend with yourself at the same time. Hit bump. Now, I told you before, be creative. People say, how can you be creative in combat? You better be. Because I hit somebody, boom, and the head of this breaks off. I better be creative in how I defend myself now. So now I'm using this, which we'll get to in just a minute. Okay? So now get with your partner. Remember, they're doing the two, you're doing the two. If the person is elected, if he's elected and he throws a 2, you throw a 3. And come, bang, hit it. Okay?
I'm still the only special person in here.
I think he's the only left. So deal with the person with the right. If you want to train your left, you can switch, and they train, or you switch your left, they stay in their right. Just be careful. Let's work with each other. Let's go. Yes. Well, any questions?
Okay, so my first question is, why are we hitting, well, where are we hitting?
Okay, good. I know.
Question.
He followed me and asked, where are we hitting? So if you're swinging, where am I hitting? Right there, because you're angled to your hand. If I get to your hand, you say, what do you control? I control the shaft. Then bang, hit your hand again or hit your arm. It really doesn't, that's why I said don't aim. Don't just aim with the stick. Don't aim exactly where you're hitting. Attack when it's opportune. If it's there, use it. That doesn't mean if it's there, use it only. But if it's there, use it. If that thumb is right there, boom, hit it. You hit the delivery system first. The delivery system is from the fist to about a quarter of the length of the arm. If you are fighting and a 52 blocks brother come in with a hammer to fight you, where are 52 blocks folks at?
They had to leave.
One, why is that the lead? They come with his elbow. That's the delivery system. Y'all got me? Crack that elbow with that. And then your control would be in here, okay? Okay? Let's make it happen.
Okay, I have a second.
Yeah.
As far as the, I don't know, I guess it's a physics question, how far down or up we
Okay, how far down or up do you want to hold? Don't hold this back because you want to knuckle or pommel. Don't hold it at the bottom because you lose control of that. That could be too much unless you're very, very strong. This is good. Okay? That works. So halfway, you hold it halfway. You can leave about another fist length to hold it in your non-dominant hand, then put your dominant hand on top, and that's about perfect for you. Okay? All right. Let's make it happen. Careful.
If I care, we want to care, it doesn't matter.
Bear up. Hop.
Okay, so.
Now, yes. Get to the shaft. Swing, go here, right. Don't come here, go from here, slide down. Right, to try to change the angle, because if I do that, she slide off it. But here, I block her off here. That's in the way. Then here.
Be like.
smash the head again. Because you should be holding that. I said you can smack it. So, don't bring him back.
Yeah.
Now, that's a soft target. Hit the shoulder here. Instead of hitting the shoulder here, hit that bone. Make sure the blood pressure is going down. When you go, don't go around it, press it down. Push it towards and then come around.
I need to start listening. That's what I'm looking at.
Tomahawk style, yes, a tomahawk very similar to a hammer. Same type of thing. It's got the head, it's got the back. You can actually grab with that part and the front part of the tomahawk. Change from the stuff here. What happened? Oh, okay. Look at the legs. You do. So,
I be going to that. Give me the footwork. Yes, I know.
let me move this leg out of the way so folks can come closer. Yeah, how are you?
Did you actually get this versus me putting my footwork on.
I go. Circle up real quick. Any questions thus far?
And he like the camera.
Any questions? Never be afraid to ask questions too. And the level of question that you ask, it lets us know, one, your level of training, two, your level of interest, and three, that you're not driven by ego, because everybody has questions. Yes. When do you use the hand without the tool? You do it, right? He swings. I go. I hit. Boom. I hit. Boom. He drops that tool. Boom. Boom. Now I go. Do not put your meat in the way unless absolutely necessary, and he still has a tool in his hand. Because I do all that. No, don't drop it yet. I do all of that. I hit. Ow, he hurt. Then I go, and he just instinctively reaches up to defend himself with a cup.
Oh, okay.
Slowly. He hit that hard and shit. You see that? Slowly. I'm going to hit him. He hits my hand, or worse, that gets in me, right? He hits my hand with this, or that was a knife. He's trying to protect himself. So until that is gone, I keep on banging him, right? Banging him until he drops this. If he does not, then I beat him to sleep. And this hand here, I'm scratching my head here. Whatever it is. If I have another tool, which I always have tools on both sides, that's what you do to the other hand if you hit it. As long as there's a tool in it now, you can come and play. But your own meat against any time that he has that, you don't give him that, because if it's there, use it. And you gotta believe that he's thinking that. He may not, but we train for professionals. We do not train for the street thug. One reason, street thug is probably us. And I ain't saying I want to build myself on the street thug. When I say us, it's my people, right? But if my people is attacking me, my people gets their ass whooped. That's just the truth of that matter. So I don't worry about that too much. But if I train for just a fool out there and he's sent to assassinate me, I'm not ready. I'm going to lose. But if I train for the assassin, whether it's the street punk, the assassin, the karate dude, it don't matter. I got it. Y'all understand me? So train for the best that you can deal with, and the rest takes care of itself. And always know that there's factors involved with the least trained of us that they can hurt you. So always be on your A game. When you train, you're not trying to hurt the person, but don't do this. Just so you know, he swings the hammer. Hey, yeah. Ooh, there you go, that big old booty over there. Ooh, push. I swing at you. Oh, he got it. Ooh, he got it. Yeah. Ooh, boy, he got it. You're not training for real. That's not training. Have intensity. As you learn more, right now you learn the mechanics. But he swings at me, right? I didn't get hurt him. He swings, boom, right? Feel it, boom, hit it. Even though you're not touching, that intensity's there. I've had students be scared that I'm actually gonna hit them because the intensity level is there. He said, always. Always, yes. Because I grab him, I'm grabbing him. I'm not like this. Oh, yeah. And then I hit you like that. Nobody's going to take that seriously. And your own brain hasn't taken it seriously.
Just so y'all know, he is incredibly gentle at the same time. If you think he actually might hurt you, you can come close.
That's true. They're like, yeah, it's nice after the fact. No, but I'm not trying to hurt you, but I'm trying to be real with you. If I say tap him on the shoulder, I don't mean like this. Tap him on the shoulder. That didn't kill him. It didn't really hurt him. It didn't hurt him. Now, the next thing, so everybody knows hammer here. If he swings on the other side, you hit the other side. That's the typical way to hold the hammer. What happens, you pick this hammer up, and it's like this.
Number 8.
You pick it up and say, oh, it's like this. I'm holding like this in a pistol grip. This ain't a pistol, so don't try to shoot with it. But what we're going to work now is this. Hit here, or he swings with the hammer the regular way. It's there. Bang, hit there. It doesn't have as great a control because it doesn't have the curve, but distance. Hit, bang. Or I hit, bang. Or he boom, smack. Or he hits there, I smack that. You smack on this side, move. It's up to you. Smack that again. Then smack. Okay? But it also has this curve. A curve is for what?
Control.
It's for what?
Control.
So he strikes, boom, now my hand can come into play. Boom, I hurt that, and I'm here. This is bad news. Once I push him back, smack, across.
If that ain't go.
It goes there and across. So the first thing we're going to work is this. Hit him, move it, smack him with it. Hit him, push it towards him, smack him. You move away from him, but look at it, smack it. Okay? After you smack it, you have to be careful. Smack, smack to the face, okay? 1, 2, smack, smack. That's all I want you to do for right now. All this other stuff is going to follow after. Boom, boom, that, okay? That, or control in here. But let's work this first. So I'm holding the head of it with my fingers. I got my thumb on the claw bar. I got my finger on the shaft. And I can boom, I can hit there, smack, smack. See, this is the stubby. Same thing. Boom. He uses the hammer. That's why I can hit with that boom. I can hit here, or I can hit the no, keep that. I don't care how it is. Boom. 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 Okay. This one, because it's short, I can smack that and smack him in the ear with this side part of this here. Boom. Especially his ear. I'm catching like mud. And then from after I hit below his ear, I dig that right there.
Oh my goodness.
It's right in that nerve below the ear. Okay. So that's the stubbornness we use the stubborn. Let's work. Once again, I'll go over it one more time. You got it in the pistol grip. Your thumb's on the curve. First work, he goes to swing, you hit him with the aim, boom. Knock him back. He goes to swing again. Hit. Curve it, smack it, smack. Let's work.
Question about real quick.
Yes.
Did we ever, I can already tell some people don't want to do this.
No, do not put your fingers in there because you're looking for your finger to get damaged if it's in here. Or you put it on this side, that can get jammed. Put that on the side of the shaft. Put that on the side of the shaft. Thumb lays here. It's who? Is it feels weird? Yeah. What?
Questions, concerns?
So you don't have to give me a lot of that may not be, if you pick it up, you may have to turn it around. I'm just showing the position. So I go. Now this may not be your favorite position. I actually like this position, but you may say, man, my hands don't feel comfortable doing this. I'm just showing you in case you pick it up like this, or put it out your pocket like this, which you can do. Okay. This is a versatile impact tool. So you should have this and a knife on you if you can. Have this in your car or whatever. Have a knife on you. A person opens up the car door. You can't get to the knife here, particularly for a lefty. Have that in the car door. If you're trying to open the door, you reach, you grab, you crack his ass as he's reaching his hand inside the vehicle. Or you say a pistol, I use a pistol on him. A lot of people have ran into trouble because they don't have a space to put the pistol here without worrying about it falling off. If you got a magnet, you can put it there. Okay. But if you put it in this side space, you may not get to it because I put a pistol in the side where it's falling down. I got to try to bend to reach it. This has a long handle. Now that stubby, you're not gonna get to it if it's in the door. But this, you will. You can pop, hit him with that left, hit him with the left passing forward, and then as you get out the car, if you're right, you can put it to your stronger hand. Have it more. So I would recommend having this and always having a knife on it. Just because you never know when you might have to cut meat or.
Right, that's a tool.
It's a tool.
So
This is a tool.
you can honestly say I don't have any weapons in the car.
If somebody stops you or asks you, now you got, I would advise you not to say, I got this to bust them up, head to the white meat. Don't do that. You say, always, you may have to nail something, pull a nail out. You never know when you need a hammer.
I might run into a lake and I gotta break the window to get out.
You might break the window to save somebody else. So I'm always thinking of other people. Okay? So let's get with the partner, and now remember, you are pushing them back, hitting the arm, moving it, smack it, smack it. Let's make it happen.
So it's two attacks happening right now. The first one, you get jabbed back with this number 8, and then you coming back again with the number 2, and then you
Make sure you got the thumb on it.
Oh, okay.
Make it happen. Don't wait till it's swinging at my head. But it is. Now you come back again. And push it. So back. Smash it. Back. Okay, so I go. Somebody said they wanted to give an uppercut to the chin with the side of the hammer. That's cool on your smacking part. He's coming. I'm here, right? Smack. I can uppercut here, or I can uppercut to the chin here, right? Or I can come in closer, uppercut with the curve part up into his chin. It's up to you. I usually like to hit that throat with that, push them back, smack it. Okay? Yes.
So we're holding it like this.
Uh-huh.
Is this viable to hold it like that?
That's viable if you got your chin that bury your hands. I have a man's hand. I can't put my fingers up, crunch up my fingers up. That's not natural. I don't want to hurt myself. But if you stick your hand, your fingers in there, like that, but that, now that's hard because now my fingers up there. So then I would grab it like that, but that's a whole different technique, right? And that ain't a technique I do, so I don't know. But you try to hold your fingers on first in there. Now, small little hands can do that. I can't.
If you just so happen to grab it, that's what I thought.
If you just so happen to grab it like that, then you might as well grab it like this. So instead of that, you flip it. That's the third position. We ain't get there yet. And now this is the stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still got this.
But do not ever grab it like this. That will stick you in here, and that will be bad. Always, the claw is out if you have it upside down. Like
Would that be the only time that you do a horizontal?
you don't know.
To get this right here.
I need it right there. All right, let's work. This is called the pistol grip. The other way was the standard grip. So make sure she doesn't hit you first. She's swinging. tracker back, let her hit you, and then she comes to get you again, and now you use the hand.
Oh, you push it before you attack me.
Right, it really is not a push, but now it's a push. It's really, it's there. Hit that strong hard with your face.
Deal with that.
Yeah, that's why you catch it right there.
Oh, okay.
If she comes, get her there, to knock her off.
I'm like nervous. She was
I go. So, I'll go ahead and back right there. I'll go. So, real quick, don't forget the first part of this. The person is striking with a number two, whether it's like this or like this. They strike with a number two. And the first thing you're doing is the 8. The 8 is going to push them back and get them off, and then they got to reach, they have to come back with a number 2.
Right, because they're about to hit you with that 2, and you just got shots. Oh, get off me, right? Now they say, mother, and he's coming back, and then bang, bang, bang.
That's the whole drill. All right, we got it right there? Right.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
be rich, child.
Push, push, and push it down. Hit it with smack to their jaw, smack to their head, smack to their head. Smack, right back to the throat, right? Smack the chin.
We are. Back into that one.
And then you push it back. Then you get the hand, push it towards you, smack it again, you're going to use it back, and smack the face. I go real quick. This finger doesn't have to point here if your fingers are small enough to go here. I got big hands, I can't do that. So your hands, they can go down there. That's actually better. You got more fingers gripping there, right? But if you have a large hand like I do, you put that finger on the side, so it's not out there getting hit. Yeah.
Hey, I'm that's my goal.
I keep wanting to it's a good thing, even tight end. Get that uppercut with the handle. That's what you got. That's what you got.
Are we okay to pin? Okay, so on the first one, this was really my first one. The first one, you're coming. I guess, when you say don't leave, I feel like the legs are up. Whenever you pin,
Yeah, y'all. You can, but also know that you can me. Can me there. And I also have anything I can do when I do this. So be ready for whatever comes.
It would, but it would. That's just keeping it up.
I know. Adding to the pistol grip. This time, you come with that number three. The backhand already behind the arm. So that's one safe part about it. But this is stronger actually than the two. That is because you got his weight behind his arm. So here, I catch him here. Here. Right. Do not let him get full momentum off. If he does, he's going to be pushing your arm out the way. I hit boom there. After I hit him here, now, talking about that hand, it can come into play there. I can push it or whatever, and at the same time, smack it. Be careful what you got in place. He swings. Boom. Boom. Right there. You didn't want to give it to him because you know that hurts. And that's the beauty. He swings, the harder he swings, the more he gets hurt. That's the pistol grip. So if you can hold it down there, if you hold it like I do, you can hold it there. Your finger's not going to touch his arm. Okay, you hit him with the side of this.
Kids catching it early, don't let the
He swings, bang. If you don't know how to stand, he swings, it's okay if you back like that. Okay. Bang, I put my hand in, bang, smack him. Smack him in that eye, smack him across the bridge of the nose, smack him, he turns that way, that eye. Smack him under his lip, smack him to the throat, whatever is there for you, or smack those fingers, whatever you can get. Okay. After you smack the first time, you can't just smack once. Here, bang, bang, back to the face, bang. Okay. Once again, it is bang, me, smack his fist. It's up to you. Because you are the weapon. So all this is up to you. The African way is, we don't do it my way, we do it your way. My way would be go bang, 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 bang. Okay. I'm trying to change his outlook and his look. Go ahead and work. Yes.
This person doesn't have a camera, but they have something.
Point. Like a knife. Here. Yeah, knife. I'll continue bang, bang both hands in case you think you're passing.
Wow, that's so controlled. Just tapped my nose. It didn't hurt him nothing. It just said, it just started right there. And you're like, it just touched it. It just touched it. I'm like, what else, Joel?
Let me see it, bro.
What's the opening to that again?
Who?
The opening to
So the folks get backhanded, I crack you there. And now I can get there, or I can hit your hand again. That's what you want to do. Then I can introduce 1, 2.
I'm backhanded and hurt.
Good. That's really the whole strike. Right. I was going to smack there and smack it. Smack it up. I can hit it this way. So I can bang, come off of that, bang, hit that tip. I can go to the wrist lock and take it down. I feel like a wrist lock with that. What's this one? I'm digging outline. So that goes in and that lock. Yeah, I can do this. Knock it out. I know. So now, that's crazy. I know what you're thinking about. pick it up like this. Do not pick it up. If you pick it up like this, turn that bad boy around. Because if that hits, that's going to stick to your skin. That's going to be bad. If you hold it this way, okay, now, strikes, of course, you're using the stick, and you come up, and you use this. Now, this you got to be careful of, because that's not going. This will move the arm before that comes through.
Compatible with that moved arm, or just take
It will tear the muscle, tear into the muscle. So here it goes. What we're going to do is here, push down, come across the space. Okay? Be careful with your body. If you don't actually come across your face, I'm going to go slow and show you what is a good target to hit. You're here. Can they see us there?
Yeah, they got you.
That nose is right there. You dig that into there and scrape across. So his nose at a minimum is hanging.
Oh, they go.
Flapping in the wind. I want to try to pull it off. The way I was taught to do this, I won't teach you that because this is one of the is this. In, and you pull him towards you.
In the nose?
Yes, in his nose, you pull him towards you, and you're here. So you pull into that. So we have to actually get in on each other's noses. See how you moving away? Because that's uncomfortable. We can move away. But it didn't penetrate the skin, though, it hurt. Moves away, and now you cut him across here. Boom, right? And then smash it back that way. So you're working here. If he has a knife, don't do this. If he has a knife, that when I told you to push it into him, boom. If he puts his hand up there, crack that. That's cool. Crack it. Oh, now come across his face. Okay? Come across his face, and since he tried to block it, come back. Since he tried to block it. That wasn't nice enough. Boom, there. Boom. The staff. But we can't say that because if you put that staff in your hand, see, it's what I got. All right, so use that, boom, push, come across. Okay? If it's a knife in their hand, push, pin it, come across. You got me?
Yeah. So without the knife, you don't have to pin it.
You don't, you can make it a practice of yours so you don't have to think in combat about whether they got a knife or not. You know what I mean? It's just there. So it's here, bang, that's up to you. Bang! That was across his throat. Bang, there. Across the throat, nose, it depends on height. You're probably not gonna hit his nose. You hit his throat. Or you come across and tear into that inside of his bicep. Rip through. Okay? So this thing is nasty. It's nasty. We're using that now. So let's work. Be careful with your opponent. If they say out, back up. Hey. But so it is a force of responsibility. If I go like this with you, but then I hit him with a knife, that's a force multiplier. Not just having your hand, no. It's him that's a force multiplier. It multiplied the force enough to open his neck and the way it is. But if I took this across his neck, that's worse than the other. So the way you swing, I go with bang. Hit, right? This comes here, and I right across his face. Now, you can leave that there.
I think that one back up because
Oh, it's not going. With this, you can't go. So you would do this. You okay? That was my wrist. That was my wrist. I was aiming for my wrist, and that hit him right there. God damn, I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. I'm gonna go real. And now I'm here, and then.
Probably not me. Got some teeth or something.
It's mad about it. I'm mad about it. I was trying to take no. Or you can come behind, I can hit him here, come back here. Well, that also, right, is that beside that. Boy, he said, no, he's trying that. Well, here's that part hurts. But
It's okay now.
wow. So you look at the sternum. Well, somebody not trained is going to look. Now, and also, most people can't do that at all. Because the idea of to me, Like my old man, it's gonna do something. We're gonna do that. Oh, what the? And then that is fine. We're also not used to that. Now he has to. Oh, they're going to. They're going to. Yeah. No, all these things come with Chicago. It's too many. Chicago. Now.
Are you serious? Hold on, are you I'm from But he was raised by Chicago.
I know. Now, First, give yourselves a hand. We got one more part so people understand who we are, our structure, because people been here, we don't know and stuff like that. B-Lay, tell us the 4 or 5 ranks within GO. We keep our stuff simple, ain't a bunch of belts and stuff. What's the 4 or 5 rank?
We have student,
Student,
we have assistant instructor,
assistant instructor,
we have full instructor,
full instructor,
we have the master instructor.
master instructor. Okay. Now, he's coming up. My wife will be up in a minute. Point out the master. You got a master too. That's the master instructor. Bragging on himself.
He has the master rank.
As the master rank.
instructor, and he's the master period. That's the difference.
So whatever you always and I don't like is somebody lying to me. And B-Lay just lied. Name the assistant instructors again.
Yeah.
And look around the room. Name the assistant instructors again.
We have Umi, Umi, myself. We got BD, but he's not here. And it's, especially in this room, that's all.
Frustrating me. I don't like nobody lying to me. He said the assistant instructors are, if you're assistant instructor, excuse me, Wumi's here. So, also another assistant instructor. Everybody was here. Good to see you. And I can mobilize in there. So, congratulations. We're about to put in some more work because we still got some more time. We got 30 minutes. If you got any questions for me, you got any questions for me?
Surprise, surprise.
I take that. Where y'all go? Huh? Thank you. I know. I showed that with the 3. Y'all see you doing it with a 2. It doesn't matter. If he does a 3 with that, bang, same. If he does a 2, bang, just push down, same. Y'all got it? Real simple to use that hammer, okay? And of course, pick it up the regular way, you know what to do. Same thing, I'm here. I can do that same technique we did before. That we just did. Instead of raking across, boom, I come across his face with that part. Boom, there. Okay. I would prefer you destroy the delivery system. Boom, hit that, hit his hip, boom, sand in his face. Okay. Go ahead and work.
I never thought to keep one in my car.
I got one in my bag, but I thought about it like this. And I never thought about it. Oh, I never did it.
How much you know? So I prefer that. You don't even need that to happen. You don't want to eat like that. I saw somebody doing this with the knife. You push, you cut. Really eat a bad difference. The family would be not as devastating, but it'd be more embarrassing. It'd be more embarrassing. You get back! They'd be like, why ain't you robbing this? I can take my shit out. I was going through all that shit this time. Jack yourself up. This year, I saw somebody teaching. You don't know. It wasn't. Hold on. No. I wasn't there. We're going to teaching. That's what you're playing. And I'm sure they have to get right to the hospital. Same, I see using guns, I use this. I mean, see that. You do that?
Switch people, no matter who switches, you never. That's somebody that work with already. Switch up. I know you got something. You got something.
I would, but you're not. Now, don't bend so much, man. So, if you want to show Do that. Even if the person doesn't go off balance, you push it like that. You know, like that. Crack my arm like that. Like that. Make sure you all work with it. You know that here, 1 o'clock, every Saturday, that's our video, like, subscribe, share, check out our other shows. We got, am I talking? We got, morning show, it's 2. We've got Remix Morning Show, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 to 10. We've got I Mix What I Like. That's Mondays, Friday mornings, 8 to 10. We've got Luke Mind Nation. We've got Black Myths Podcast. We have a full array and others. We have children programming on Saturday mornings. Uncle Devin, it's a great show. It just started today. There's a lot of shows. The Renegade Culture Podcast, Riot Starter TV. We have a host of things for you and more. Like, subscribe, and share. And once again, Warrior Class, Saturdays, 1 o'clock. You know how we do. This is just a taste of what we do. Okay? Let's keep working.
I know I'm
That's what I was doing. That's what I just see. See how relevant standing there because it was time. They don't understand that's false. That's why I reevaluated my loss about not having. We can have anybody class. That's and they would say, we can talk about it. I never said something right. See how we look at that? I knew somebody called me.
Will do. Two, please, will take us. Everybody.
Oh, you went in front of the building. Okay.
He said if I come to number 3,
This one first, and then I'll get that. I don't know which one y'all had the mute on, the volume, the echo thing. So I was scared to turn it back on. So that's why I said, let me go over there and see how that one. You know how this dirty voice. Don't be scared. So right now, so when that one mess up, we go here and we well, no, this is unmute. Okay. Right. That's what I meant.
There we go. Yeah, so go back to the strikes. Now, we got like 5 minutes. I know. Keep the hammer in the real quick.
We're gonna go over the strikes one more time. With the hammer, with the different with the knife. Same position, still the same.
Yeah, and don't just be stationary. Use some feet then. Now.
So,
But don't nitpick the feet. But don't nitpick the feet.
We're gonna do the 5 major. We're gonna do the 5 major. We're gonna do 5 major ones. Our students will do 5 major ones. 5 and 8. So from fight 5 and 8. So from fighting position, same thing applies.
I'll do it too.
Same thing applies. Arm out, take arm out. Ready? And 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. All right. Well, time. Let's eat some space.
Put up the other hand, let it be behind the stool. You get your face, be back there, with your chest, across the throat, wherever you want to do.
Got it? Ready? And 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Good. Everybody looking pretty sharp. Got some cold folks up here.
That's my buddy. You know what I'm saying?
One more time. Let's see it. One more time. Let's get the charm. All right. Got your hand out resting behind the platoon. Keep it good. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. All right. Good job.
A lot of folks say they forgot that she actually ran my head with the statue.
That's true, that's that. What he said was, my wife rammed his head through a statue one time while they were, putting in some work. And that's true. Okay. It wasn't anything. It was like, wow.
How do you put somebody's head through a statue? I just want to know.
Things that you mix up, and build you're gonna add one strike just so y'all can get this foot going in real quick. If you can't do this, if you can't burst step like this, take that single step. Also, if you were in a wheelchair, you would push forward as you strike. So number one, come straight down for us. Okay. But I just want to show this so they can get the burst step in and work on this. So the next time I see them, they know how to burst step. Burst step comes to your hip and your hip, and I just like messing with folks sometimes. First step comes hip. Your rear hip comes first. Turn it and move that foot forward. Turn it and the other foot comes. Turn it and the other foot comes. When you turn the rear foot, hammer up. Front foot comes, hammer down. That's one. Okay? That's the one. That's the angle one. So we go 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5. You really want to get busy with 8, come up the line, hit that way. All right, ready?
The real footwork.
Go, hit it. 1. Burst step. 1. Burst step again. Now don't move like you're elfing the forest. Give it to him. Okay, ready? 1. 1. First step up, last step down. 1. 1. Bang, 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 bang. 1. Oops, I'm sorry. That's a 1 to 1. 1. 1, 2. Kick it forward. 1. So set it right here. Bring that foot forward. See it forward? Come forward. 1. I just want to push y'all. Everything is so easy for you today. 1. Switch feet. Not y'all. Now you come. 1. 1. Yes. Ah, see? 1. 1. I know. These yourselves a hand. It's wonderful. I look forward to seeing you all in class if you can. At least, and remember, let us see you on warrior class every Saturday, 1 o'clock. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all, family. We will see you all Thursday on the Remix Morning Show. We'll be right back at it. Hey, yeah, everybody's here. Thanks, y'all. You'll be seeing a lot of these assistant instructors, full instructors. You'll be seeing them on warrior class. So, keep it up with that.
Give a shout out there. That was Simon.
That's
Shout out to the head doctor, Kamal, Jerry. We got class.
Well, good night.
Always.
Everybody is here.
Yeah, yeah.
Get in there. I told her. That's all I keep my hands from.
Captain Hammer.
Okay, yeah, I gotta go pick
No, we gotta have a party. So, I go. We gotta have a party for PA. We're supposed to get together and figure out what we're gonna do.
Go pick up your thing.
Big Mark, doors.
Okay, I sure will. I sure will. I gotta go get that baby. Let me get this. Oh, it's mine. I'm about to get that.
I know, I just want this camera, I gotta go.
Y'all safe. All right, y'all. Peace and black power. Love y'all.
I didn't even know y'all made it. Yeah.
Peace and black.
Short.
We still got 2 minutes. So.
One day I just want to be
This is come on, line up again. All right, y'all. We have 6 cameras, but peace. Black power.
Further with Black Power.
If you want to come and train online, you're welcome to train online on Sundays.
What's going on, Hammer?
And then on Mondays, we're here.
That needs to be done because a lot of
Sundays.
lose the freedom on those activities on that.
Thank you, ladies.
You got to